안녕하세요. 저는 포란드 사람입니다. My name is Zuzanna Walas. I am a painter and graphic designer from Poland. So this painting is called Tiger. It is my personal tribute to both Korean and Slavic arts. So I wanted to combine elements from both cultures. I chose to represent Korea as a tiger because it is the symbol of strength and intelligence. I wanted to make the tiger look very strong and impressive, and I combined it with typical elements from Slavic folk art. So you can see on the back of the tail, we have elements representing flowers and birds that you can find in typical Slavic folk art. I also chose the colors to be red and blue in order to have some contrast. And those are also the colors of the Korean flag. And it gives more importance to the animal itself because we have a very cold background with a pattern, repetitive pattern, geometric pattern that may refer to the reflections on the water. So it is my personal tribute to Korea, because I am really impressed of how strong and how quickly the country developed since the 60s. This painting is called Garlic. It was painted on a Korean hanji paper, and it is inspired by the story of the bear and the tiger that wanted to become humans and had to stay in a cave for 100 days eating wild garlic. I made my own version of the story, replacing the wild garlic by the garlic that is more popular in Europe, and I created the composition with very abstract geometric elements combined with natural flower elements from both Slavic and Korean aesthetics. I was especially inspired by Korean ceramics and wanted to keep all the painting black and white in order for people to focus on the motifs and the patterns themselves. So Cosmic Spirit is my personal favorite painting of this exhibition. In both cultures, I really like the idea of a protective spirit that lives within the house and helps people who live in. And I wanted to represent it as a character that is hugging the house in order to protect it. I kept a very linear, minimalistic approach to the shape itself. This is the kind of aesthetics that I find a lot of in Korean culture, in Korean pop art, and also in current packaging design. And the person holds the house, which I made a typical Korean traditional house. I wanted to have some contrast between the minimal lines, linear approach, and the complexity of the galaxy and the stars that we can find within the painting. Some people tend to see a more mother figure in this character, although I didn't have a specific gender in mind when painting it. I think that's because in both of our cultures, the mother tends to be the housekeeper, the protector of the house. And I wanted the entire painting to look soft, tender, and express some quietness and spirituality. In December, I will participate in a group exhibition in Warsaw, Poland. And next year, I would like to develop my new interest in watercolor. My work is mostly acrylic painting, but I like to experiment with new techniques. And I mostly get inspired by my travels. I would like to work on a series of watercolor paintings inspired by the photos I took over the years during my trips. And who knows, I hope to get the opportunity to have an exhibition abroad again. And I really like the idea of paying tributes to different cultures, so I hope to do that someday. I developed an interest recently in South America, so I hope maybe it will be connected to that new interest. 감사합니다. 또 만나요.